Alright guys, it's your boy Bob coming back to you again with another message of peace. I salute you as always in the name of peace. But before all, let's thank the Almighty for allowing us to be alive another day. Let's thank Him for peace. Let's thank Him for wealth. Let's thank Him for health. Let's thank Him for prosperity in our lives. But above all, let's thank Him for love. Amen. You know guys, today I just wanted to speak a little bit about relationship in our days. If you go on YouTube, right, or if you look around yourself, how many people are frustrated and miserable in their own relationship? They want someone to love them, but they are not getting it in return. Why is that? If you go online, you see people, men sitting talking against women, women sitting talking against men. It's like these two genders are so confused as to what they are going to do with themselves. You know, a wise man once said that no one can do for you what you can do for yourself. And the same wise man said that men are made for God and female are made for God. These two genders should be only focusing at first on the Almighty, because the greatest connection you can ever have is the one that you have with the Almighty. And then when you have a connection with the Almighty, He will help you connect with your own self. Like the Quran said, do not be like those who have forgotten the Almighty, and in return, the Almighty made them forget themselves. And then when you forget yourself, you will focus on another person. And then when you focus on another person, you will basically expect from that person things that the person should be fulfilling to you, which no one can fulfill. Because the Quran said one thing, right? The only way the heart can find peace is by the remembrance of the Almighty. So now I'm saying this, right? 90% of us, 99% of us are expecting love from our partner. And then even if our partners show us love, we do not recognize it because we do not have love in ourselves. We have been going around fooling ourselves that we love someone. For instance, your wife. If you are a man, you love your wife. In your mind, you think you love your wife. You buy her flowers, you buy her gift, you buy her a car, you build a nice house for you guys to stay. But in return, you expect something from her, which is in our nature. But the minute that person do not fulfill those expectations, frustration sets in, conflict starts setting in, and in return, we are not able to stay together. But I want to tell you one thing, guys, right? I think we have not been told since childhood what marriage is about. And I want to share that with you guys, because I have been married now for 13 years. And then one day, someone told me, I will never forget that guy. He really helped save my marriage, I would say. He told me, Ba, number one, you should be always focusing on the Almighty. Number two, focus on money. And number three, your wife or anything else will follow. Because Jesus said the same thing. All the other prophets said the same thing. The biggest focus we should have in life is on the Almighty. Once we have that, whatever we get would be a bonus in our life. So I want to tell you guys, right? Like for instance, in Islam, we have been told that once a person is married, they have fulfilled half of their religion. Why? Now I understand the meaning behind that. Because marriage is about sincerity. It's about trust. It's about perseverance. It's about patience. It's about understanding. And then all of those things that I just mentioned, when you are understanding, it's not like you understand others. It is a state of understanding that grows within yourself. If we talk about trust, it is a state of trust growing within yourself. If we talk about patience, it is a state of patience growing within yourself. If we talk about perseverance, it is a state of perseverance growing within yourself. Because it's like you want to have a family, right? You decide, you met a person, you want to give your all to this person. And then by giving your all to that person, it's the same way that you will give your all to any other thing that you are going to do in life. For instance, if you are looking for a job, you will give your all. If you want to grow a business, you give your all. If you want to learn anything, you give your all. You do not go in half-hearted. You don't put one foot in, one foot out. You will end up ripping off your pant, whatever you're wearing. You will end up ripping that off. And what most of us do, we never give ourselves all that we have. Because I want to tell you one thing, right? I have realized one thing. Anytime you give your all, it doesn't mean that thing that you give yourself, you give all yourself to may succeed. But the minute it do not succeed, you have no regret because you have given it all. Sometimes in your relationship, we are going in claiming we love someone. How can you love someone if you do not have love? And you can only give what you have. When we were children, even our parents, in truly, most of us are traumatized because we did not receive proper care and proper love from our parents. Our parents just gave us what they truly knew about, which was to feed us and then to be there and to tell us what to do and what not to do. They never help us truly find joy in life. They never help us grow spiritually and mature to guide us in life. They just had children and they had things to do to take care of those children, which they did. And their life goes on. We grow up on this world. Now we go after seeking for relationship to fulfill us because we were never fulfilled. We never received proper love from our parents. Now we become so needy. And the minute we do not get what we are expecting from our relationship, we start getting frustrated. And now we start looking outside the relationship for something else that we think might fulfill us. But in reality, right, in this life, nothing can fulfill you. The only thing that can fulfill you is within. Like Jesus said, right, the kingdom of heaven is within yourself. We should always focus on that, whether you are a man or a female. Because once you focus on the kingdom of heaven within yourself, once you understand fully what that means, right? What God gave you, that's the only way you can find compassion within yourself. At that moment, you will be able to share your love with other people. But what do we know about love? We only give people plastic flowers and then expect them in return to give us something. I don't think that's a good mindset to go in life with. If you are a man or a female, think about giving something to your partner. What can I do to make this relationship work? What's my share? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong in this relationship? Where am I failing short? But in reality, I want to advise each and everyone, right? Before you get into a relationship, try to relate with yourself first, understand yourself first, and know why you are getting into a relationship. Sometimes you have to be practical. Stop watching these movies of Hollywood or Bollywood movies. The frog that was kissed by the princess, or the prince that kissed the frog. Stop watching those things. They are not real. Happily ever after doesn't exist anywhere on this planet. Even if you go right now and buy yourself a new shoe, a pair of shoes, after tomorrow, you will not have the same importance to give to that shoe as you gave it to the first day you bought it. This is the way we think in life. We never see people the way they are. We only see them the way we are. And then if we are broken within ourselves, therefore anything we see outside would be broken things that we see. So therefore, I want to say to these people who are married or who are in a relationship or are looking to get married, are looking to get into a relationship, or if you have been into a relationship, your heart has been broken, before you get into another relationship, try to find out your traumas first and fix them. Work on yourself harder. Understand yourself. Understand your triggers. And remember, nobody can make you happy or make you mad or make you sad or make you depressed or make you anxious. Nobody can do that but yourself. Do not give the remote to people to control your triggers. You have to find out your triggers yourself and then work on yourself. Heal. The minute you are healed, nobody can press on those triggers again. It's like a wound. If you are wounded, if the wound has not healed yet, the minute someone touches it, you scream in pain because it has not healed yet. But if that wound has healed, even if someone poke it, you will not feel it any longer because it has healed. So brothers and sisters, we should stop looking within ourselves and understand ourselves, and then let's focus on the Almighty first and try to understand what the Almighty required from us so that we can prosper in life. And when I say prosperity, I don't mean only money or houses or car. I mean spiritual success. And according to me and my understanding, the biggest success is the spiritual success. One love.